year, we whisk you to historical Rome. Show you the true strength of healing jewels. Meet the Savile Row crew and learn how they're a cut above the rest. And experience true sporting elegance in a luxurious drop top.
Welcome to Dolce Vita. Happy 2007. New Year's a time for reflection and celebration. It's not only a time to remember the joy and laughter from the past year, it's also a time to celebrate a new beginning.
Very true, and I do remember the marvelous dinner we had at an Italian restaurant. It was like we were out in Rome.
Vanessa?
You're late.
Not at all. You just hadn't realised I'd arrived.
Well, I do admit, I was a bit carried away by the lovely music and the beautiful atmosphere here. It's really nice.
You're quite right. It's really special here. I can really imagine what a night out in Rome would be like.
This restaurant is one of the 9 restaurants opened around the world by the same family. All of them are famous for the very traditional Italian dishes. The interior design is an epitome of Western European style. The decor captures the rustic elegance of the Old West and has an air of vivid nostalgia. With a combination of the graceful tableware and silver utensils, the restaurant is filled up with a sense of affectionate yet elegant Roman character.
Besides a Parma ham, I'd really like to choose another appetizer, but with all the choice on the menu, it's so hard to decide.
Well, if you want a variety in appetizers, let's try the appetizer buffet.
Antipasto means before the meal. In Italian cuisine, the appetizer typically consists of a savory cold food such as cheeses and raw or marinated vegetables, as well as cold cuts and cured meats. Parma ham is often regarded as the best part of the traditional Italian appetizers. It is usually sliced with hands instead of a machine to ensure certain thickness and texture.
Thank you very much. Parma ham originates from the city of Parma in northern Italy, where the famous breezy hills are ideal for making this kind of ham.
No wonder it looks so distinctively pink.
And the texture is remarkably silky too.
The clam juice merges perfectly with a smidgen of olive oil in the linguine itself. Best pasta ever! The black shiny ravioli doesn't just look good, it tastes fantastic too.
Thank you.
In a traditional Italian meal, the pasta is usually served after the appetizer and before the main course, unlike England and America, where pasta is a very good standalone meal in itself.
I guess it reflects the fact that the Italians see food as a pleasure in life.
Seafood pasta is one of my favourites. Linguine topped with scampi, mussels and clams. A marvellous combination.
A dish with 2 different melting experiences, Wagyu beef and duck liver. What more can you ask for? Fatty lamb chops go great with a glass of red wine. Bravo, Italian food.
Even ancient Romans knew about using fatty goose and duck liver in their cuisine around 2,000 years ago, when the French started savouring this type of food.
I'm so intrigued by all this history, but I think I should probably tuck into this first.
It just melts in your mouth.
The band plays authentic Roman and Italian tunes every night to provide the diners with a truly relaxing ambience.
I'm absolutely stuffed. I can't eat anymore.
Really? I was thinking of ordering the Italian pride, tiramisu. Lady fingers dipped in strong espresso coffee, topped with cream and cocoa powder. Shame. We'll just have to skip it.
No, in that, I could have a bite or two.
Some tiramisu exudes a light taste of alcohol while others don't. I personally would prefer those that transmit a bit more excitement. A fruity panna cotta is a good alternative for those who love sweet but prefer less creamy texture.
I think a perfect evening would be to dine out with friends, having some lovely music around, and all this entertainment. I'm so glad you brought me here for this traditional Italian meal. Some people like to make ambitious New Year's resolutions. Others take a deep breath and hope for the best. But personally, I'm hoping that New Year's will bring me some sweet messages.
Well, I'm a strong believer that a wonderful life is made up of lots of different experiences, no matter how sweet or how bitter.
Well, I'm sure they must include refreshing experiences too, right?
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. As a matter of fact, the same can be said for any precious stone. Whatever the occasion is, whether it's a birthday, Valentine's or Christmas, you can't go wrong with this kind of gift.
True. Gem has always been considered luxurious, trendy, and mysterious. Apparently, gem includes energy that can help you refresh your mind and body.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, now we're at a place where we can experience the power of jewels. Some people believe that crystals can give us strength in times of fear, lack of confidence, anxiety, trauma, and other distressing situations. Different types of crystal have different therapeutic properties, and their colors are important for many different applications. Rose quartz is not only beautiful, but it's also believed to be the stone of love and healing. It's believed that holding it in our hands soothes the turbulence within us. Aquamarine, on the other hand, is believed to have the effect of arousing feelings of sympathy, trust, harmony, and friendship. Citrons energy are considered to have the effect of relaxing the body as well as releasing tensions in muscles. People believe citrons can release the old energy and yet simultaneously hold the new energy. Diamonds reflect all color and have been used since ancient times to remove negativity and increase energy and inspiration. The treatment with diamonds is believed to ease tension and to help improve skin conditions.
Rabia is now undergoing treatment with the bioimaging system. It can check her general well-being. I wonder what the results will show.
Tell me about my results.
So this graph gives us scientific information on your 49 organs. And I can see that your arms and your legs are very tired. And you're thinking a lot. So I think our treatment will be able to help you.
Thank you. How can we not include some good music in a truly relaxing spa experience? The spa treatment starts with immersing yourself into a bathtub of water, followed by laying different kinds of jewels and crystals underneath your body. Direct skin contact with the crystals is believed to give the best healing effect due to the energy and power that the jewels transmit to the human body.
At first, these crystals seem a little uncomfortable to lie on, but it's actually really soothing. I'm curious to find out what Rabia is up to.
Crystal healing is a beautiful way to relax and hence aid our body and soul to unwind and start to heal. Using crystals is an ancient practice and everyone can learn how to use them. Health, mental, and emotional discomfort is often caused by blocked energy in the body. Crystals can help release the energy in our body and put us back into balance, improving health and well-being. This pen enhances the healing power of the crystals, and only licensed therapists can use it. never felt so elegant in my life before. I felt the energy going through my body and I'm so relaxed. Good night, guys.
I never knew diamonds could be used for anything other than jewellery. I now understand why women love diamonds so much. It's not just because of their sparkling appearance.
Well, I'll let you know one more thing. It's always better to have a bigger diamond. Come back to see what makes British tailoring the envy of the world. And find out why not all convertibles are equal.
Knowledge and skill bring fame and fortune, but what makes a life truly joyful is happiness and the freedom to do what you want to do.
That's a lot of things you're talking about. There's knowledge, skill, money, fame, fortune. Is there even a life like that?
That's what I'm hoping for too. Maybe we can get some inspiration from these two people. It's commonly known that the best bespoke suit tailoring comes from Savile Row, London, originating from the early 19th century. And today I'm lucky enough to speak to two of the most highly regarded people in the industry, whose company also holds 3 royal warrants for their craftsmanship. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Jason, hi. How do you do?
Savile Row's famous all over the world. Can you tell me a little about the history?
250 years ago, it was the back garden of Burlington House, just off London's Piccadilly. And during the late 18th century and the beginning of the 19th century, it became built up, and it became the home. First of all, there were surgeons on the street, and then it became home to the tailoring business. And it really built up from the 1820s through to the present day. Now, many streets in London are just place names, and the original industries that took place no longer happen. But that's not the case in the case of Savile Row. There are more than 100 working tailors there today, and it's a booming industry.
Can you just tell me a little about the origin of the suit?
Yes. It's a combination of military, and our company goes back to 1771, and we were military cutters. And one of the things about military men was they were usually quite vain people, and they also were extremely fit. And so what you would get you'd get beautifully fitting garments cut quite tightly for military men. And the other origin of the suit is really riding wear and outerwear. And so the two came together at the sort of end of the 19th century. And the typical wardrobe for a gentleman at the end of the 19th century would be that during the day he'd wear a morning suit, which would be dark trousers and a long coat. And then in the evening he'd wear an evening outfit, which would again have the long tails. And at the end of the 19th century, one of the princes of Wales said he was rather tired of having this long tail at the back of his coat, and he asked his tailor, one of the Savile Row tailors, to cut the back of the suit off and make it flat. And so that's really the origin of the English business, of the business suit. But there's no question that the business suit that we all wear today, the origin of it came from Savile Row.
What's it like being the first lady of Savile Row?
It's quite special. I feel very in a unique position, but I feel very, very encouraged by my male colleagues. I feel like I've been encouraged to progress.
Was it at first hard to establish yourself?
Not really. It takes a while for you to prove that you can do the job, because you don't learn it overnight. Nobody just hands you the shears and lets you get on with it. You have to work very hard to make sure that you learn and understand what you are doing.
Would you say there are ways of how to wear and how not to wear a suit?
Yes. I mean, one thing that always irritates me is that if you have a 3-button suit, people tend to do the top button up as well as the middle button up. That's not correct. You should really only have 1 button done up on a suit. And today I'm wearing the middle button.
Okay.
On a 3-button suit, it'd be the middle button. On a 2-button suit, it'd be the top button. And today I'm wearing a 1-button suit, so it's not difficult for me to choose where to button it.
I understand there are ways of how to wear a suit and how not to wear a suit. Are there different rules for guys and girls?
Not really. In terms of styling, men's suits, there are very strict guidelines, double-breasted, single-breasted. With women's suits, because of fashion, anything goes really. But what we do for women is classic British tailoring. So it is more about suiting the individual figure for women. For example, petite women, larger women, it's more about using the same quality as we use to produce the menswear in the bespoke for the women.
So what do you think it takes to be a great tailor?
I think being generous enough to your customers to want to make them look as best they possibly can, not to put forward your own point of view. Give them advice, but thinking about the customer, making sure that they really making sure they're really comfortable in what you give them.
Okay, so being very custom oriented.
Number one, and number two is just being a great craftsman. And I mean, the level of craft is extraordinary. There's up to 10 years of training for any tailor. And we have a coat maker who's been in the business for more than 40 years, and he is still learning things. So it's creativity and love of your customers.
Hong Kong is a place full of mystery and fun, but unfortunately last year I didn't have much time to go exploring. So this year I'm definitely going to have some adventures of my own.
It's good that you have that kind of determination. All you need now is a fabulous car to drive around in.
Well, I can take the bus.
After you see this item, I'm sure you change your mind. Did you know that Hong Kong has a variety of public transport?
Yeah, I could name 6 just off the top of my head.
As efficient as everything is, it still can't beat the feeling of driving your own car on the open road.
Definitely, it's so free and so wild.
How about open-top cars?
Even better, I love having the wind in my hair and being able to enjoy the outdoors.
That's why we're here today, to take a look at the legendary brand's new convertible, the ultimate in class and elegance.
Wow. This luxury driving machine with a 12-cylinder, twin-turbocharged, 6-liter engine and 19-inch 5-spoke single alloys is the latest model to grace its beautifully successful range. And while all the others are solid tops, this is the first convertible. The roof folds at the touch of a button and takes 25 seconds. You can even time it. And notice how all the working parts are covered. A very neat finish.
So what's your first impression then?
It's absolutely stunning and breathtaking.
Only the best. Let's take a look at the glossy curves and simple lines.
Well, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover, so why don't you tell me more?
Just hop in.
It has a top speed of 195 miles per hour, and while lesser convertibles might struggle to meet that target with top down, this beauty still manages 190 as a drop top. And just in case you're wondering, it hits 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds.
Compress it. Equalize it.
I know a lot of us love our gadgets and technology, but quite often they can prove to be quite distracting when we're driving, especially when we haven't learned to use them yet. This car is kept relatively simple by doing without unnecessary overloading of gadgetry. This gives way for a spacious driving cabin. One word of advice when choosing a convertible: be sure to road test it for scuttle shake. A poor design will certainly have noticeable scuttle shake when driven. Convertibles tend to shake when being driven, right, since there isn't a solid roof?
Well, not this baby.
Yeah, well, as a passenger, I find the seat really comfortable. There's even a leg supporter. And look at the leather, it's so nice and it's super spacious here.
Well, as a man and a driver, I think the feel of the steering wheel and the design of the dashboard are really important.
For added luxury and feel, you can choose to have laser-cut wood veneers. As for the steering wheel, it takes approximately 8 hours to trim a wheel because it's all double-stitched by hand. There's also a focus on passenger comfort. This car definitely has some of the most classic and peerless qualities around. And look at the new rear suspension system, all the better for a refined ride. This is the advanced 6-speed automatic gearbox, a pleasure to behold. And something all the best modern cars can't be without, a car phone. Slot in your SIM card and bingo! It's all hands-free. Simple.
Sorry, Mum. I'm not coming home for dinner tonight.
And if you need some privacy, here's the handset.
Equalize it. Compress it. Add echo.
I have to admit, this is an effortless upgrade from a standard convertible. A hedonistic everyday driving experience, it's true sporting elegance.
We're done filming now.
Well, I'm ready for a real drive, shall we?
It's easy, just buy the car.
And that's all we have time for tonight. Hope you've enjoyed watching.
And for more information about the fabulous items in this episode, don't forget to check out our website.
That's right, and next week we'll bring you more ideas on where to shop, where to eat, and how to live the Dolce Vita in Hong Kong.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.